This is the Cold Steel Espada Large. And this was given to me by SMKW.com. And, oh, I love this knife so much. You just got to get this knife in hand to understand it. But before I tell you everything about it, let's get into this. Okay, so this is the G10 Espada. Check that out. And this is the newer version in the AUS 10A. Let's open this bad boy up here. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, it's already been opened, and there's a story behind that. I'll tell you that in a second, but first let's have a look-see. A look-see. Check this out. Oh my gosh! Look at that thing. Oh my... You guys, if you like huge monster knives, you gotta check this thing out. This thing is so much fun. Look at that blade. Check that blade out. Look at that. Looks in hand, this thing is amazing. I mean, look at all the places you can grip this thing. I'm gonna be going off course here. All right, so you got 5.5 inches of AUS 10A steel. Now, I know a lot of you have questions about AUS 10A, or you have, you know, what about XHP, or what about S35V, and what's going on with that? AUS 10A is awesome, and I forget which knife it was, but I tested AUS 10A and I beat the heck out of it. Which, man, what, I can't remember, but I cut and I slashed and I chopped, and it held up great. And for whatever you're going to use this knife for, it's going to hold up great. So check that out. Check that little Persian, whatever you can call that, upsweep on this thing. It looks like a fighting blade like that. Holy heck, this thing. The only thing, I don't know, check this out compared to some of the other beasts that are out there from Cold Steel. So you got the SR1. This is a thick, tanky thing, but this is a reach out and touch somebody, you know, like the old song, the old commercial used to do. All right, and here's the 4max. Now look at this. Look at that. It's like another 1.5 inches of steel. Now here's why this thing was open. This is the honest God truth. So me and my wife were at the blade show, and then we were hanging out later, and we ended up having to go back to our hotel, which was across the big thoroughfare there, and we got kicked out of the wrong side of the building, and we had to walk around Atlanta in the dark trying to find our way. And I reached around my pockets and I realized, oh, hey, this was my self-defense knife for the evening, which is pretty much the whole length of the blade there. So, luckily for me, SMKW had just given me this knife to have a look-see at. So I reached just right there in the parking lot, like a goof, not a goofball, but you know, just leaned down the parking lot, went through my bag, pulled this out, stuck it in my pocket, and yeah, I walked around knowing I had the biggest knife in Atlanta at the time. So the thing is, this knife it looks huge, but it's fairly thin and it fits in your pocket really well, and it comes out really nicely. It's got this little thumb plate here that works as a thumb plate, but also works as a opener when you just fling it out of your pocket and catch it on your pocket. It works awesome on that thing. So have a look there. And the thing is, this, we've already tested the triad blade, the triad lock. So the triad lock's going to take a beating against anything you want to do with it. You want to take this out in the woods and you want to baton with it. You want to take this out in the woods and chop trees with it. The lock's going to hold up. The steel, we've already tested as well. The steel is going to hold up to just about anything you want it to do. And the thing is, AUS 10A, while it holds up really nicely, it also sharpens up really fairly easily. So it's a really good steel. I think it's getting a lot of, not a lot of flack, but just a lot of people don't understand what it is. And they think that, you know, all of a sudden the Espadas are coming out with a lesser steel. But I'll tell you what, check this out. I've had this one for a couple years now, and you can tell I kind of beat it up. Not beat it up bad. Where did all that water come from? That's weird. Anyway, so you can tell that this is a user. I mean, I've carried it and used it, and this thing will still, I don't even know if I've sharpened this thing. Check that out. So this is AUS 8, and you know, AUS 10 is 2 more AUSes. And so I think if you're hesitant about buying this knife because of that, then just put that out of your mind, because that's a good steel. The AUS 10A is awesome steel for that. This is a great knife too, by the way. Just a really cool knife. All right, so let's check this out. The clip on this thing, this is typical Cold Steel clip, a little bit tight, but you know what? You're gonna jam this in your pocket, and you're not gonna matter. You're gonna grab this thing by the end here, pull it out. It's gonna be in the fully upright position and ready to go to work. Now check this out. Left, right, clip compatible, so you're good there. It's the triad lock, so you know you're left, right compatible all the way. So it's a totally left, right compatible knife. Oh man, it's a beast that just wants to go out and just do work, or you know, be a protector knife. I'm telling you, this thing fits. It seems like it would be like huge and obtrusive in your pocket, but it's really not. It fits really nicely because of how thin it was. I mean, check out compared to the Formax. When you're talking about width and just way it's going to fit in your pocket, it's a big knife. I mean, obviously it's kind of heavy. It weighs. Let's see, what does it weigh? Let's see. I don't even know if I got my scale out. We could check the box, but that's not any fun. Oh, we're going to check the box here. So it weighs 9.2 ounces. And that seems, that's a big knife. Obviously, you got, you know, what? Let's measure it. Open, you have about 12 and a half inches of knife here. But it doesn't feel like that as far as how heavy it feels. It doesn't feel, I mean, this because of how thick it is, it just, it feels heavier, but this just feels chunkier, if that makes sense. All right, check that out. Now, I could take this outside and beat on it and chop down some trees, but I'm not sure that's what everybody wants to see. This is just an amazing knife. One of my favorites by Cold Steel. One of my favorites, period. I think I have, or I've had a couple different versions of this. I've had the XHP version. Obviously, I have the AUS 8 version. It's just a great knife, especially if you're looking for something for self-defense. If you're looking for something just to carry out in the woods and do your work with. Even if you're just looking for something to be out in the warehouse with, you know, and you want to be the guy in the warehouse with the humongous knife chopping up boxes, this thing is it. This thing's going to hold up for you. Just, hold on a second. Let me get a coupon here. Let me see how slicey this thing is. Just watch this. Look at that. Check that out. It's really slicey. It's got a great edge on it. It's got a great blade on it. I don't really have time to do any serious chopping with it, so we're not going to see that today. Okay, I lied. Okay, we're just going to chop, see what we can do to this AUS 10A. Now I'm way back here on this grip like this. Check this out. I'm just doing some serious hacking with this thing. Let's check this lock out. No, nothing. Performing like a champ. Just hacking the mess out of this knife. Check this out. Alright, look at that. Let's check the chips out. Nothing going on with that blade. Nothing whatsoever. Let's stab this thing, shall we? Stab and twist, stab and twist. Stab, 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 twirl. Stab, slice. Slice and twist and chop it, slice and chop it, slice. Check it out. Look at that. Let's check the blade out one more time. No chips, no rolls, no nothing. Look at that. And keep going? I do. I mean, look at the damage I'm doing to this poor board. The poor testing tray. Look at this. Nothing. We're going to check it out on the slicing as far as how much edge is left on that coupon. But look at this. You take this out in the woods. Look at it. Oh my gosh. No play, no nothing. It's not even loosening up the screw. There's nothing there. All right, let's go back. All right, so after all that beating, it did loosen up the pivot just a little bit. In the open position, it wasn't a problem. In the closed position, it was a little bit loose. So I just tightened it down. But that was it. Now let's check out this blade. Let's get a close up on that. There's no rolls, no chips, no anything like that. Let's see if it still will burn through a coupon or two. Let's see what coupon we got here. I'm telling you, this blade is awesome. My forearms were giving out, my hand was giving out, but the blade was not giving out. This knife was, look at that. Still just no chips or anything on the AUS 10. Don't get caught up in the edge or the blade on this. The steel on this is fantastic. The AUS 10 is going to do whatever you want it to do. You know, you're gonna get some naysayers, but this knife is amazing. This knife makes me want to, just playing with this knife makes me want to get out and get another one of these things, which I might have to do because I do love the Cold Steel and I do love the Espada. So check that out. Now SMKW, they're awesome over there. Really nice people, really good folks, and let me get another spot in the picture. A great place to get, you know, if you have warranty problems or return problems or just want to talk to somebody about specifics on a knife. They're really cool over there. So I'm gonna leave the link down there to their website and to how to get this knife from them, and it should be down there right around there somewhere. All right, so do me a favor, hit the like button, come over here, subscribe. Come back over here, hit the bell button just so you get notifications of when my videos are uploaded, and then go over here and watch the rest of these videos. And I will talk to y'all later.